I'm at Congaree National Park in South Carolina, and as you can see, I am on a boardwalk, which this is about, I think it's a 2-mile loop that goes through. Congaree is not one of those parks in which you will drive through and go to overlooks. This is I'm trying to see if I can get the light on my face a little better. That better? Congaree is one of these parks that you're going to have to get out and participate with, be interactive with it in order to see it. Obviously the boardwalk's not a strenuous hike. There are trails that come off the boardwalk that go into the park here. Congaree is mostly swamp, bottom woods type land, and it's absolutely beautiful. If you love nature, it's going to be a different task as far as landscape photography with it. Be more woodlands type photography, and you have to play with the shadows and the light and see what we can come up with. But like I said, it's not a strenuous hike, so it's something that basically anyone can do, and it's well worth it. But we're going to see if we can find some compositions through here as we go along, and bring you along with me. My first composition, I've got the tripod and the camera set up here. You can see how I've got it set up, and basically I'm shooting right straight back into the woods here, just above the big stump that's right here, and the primary object in focus is this stump right there. Is that right? I think so. But I'll show you on here in just a second. I've got the shot just to one exposure. Got it set on ISO 64 1/100th of a second at f2.8 to create some bokeh behind it. Are you focusing on me? Huh? Anyway, I've got a new camera that I'm vlogging with, so I'm trying to get used to everything with it. And but so I've got that shot. Not even a quarter of the way through this part of the park yet. There's going to be many more compositions. I've already passed a couple of photographers that are out here as well. And but I've got my first shot. I'll show you what it looks like. We're going into something like that, taking the shot. That's kind of the goal of everything. You'll see the shot right. What I'm looking for in my compositions is primarily the backlit grasses on this side. Gives a little bit better glow where the light's more harsh on this side, as you can see from my face as well. So I'm looking for compositions primarily to that side in which the sun is behind the grasses. The shot I'm going for here is I'm shooting down and catching these cypress knees that are sticking up. You can see the image here. Catching the light that's coming from the sun, backlit on the cypress knees and on the leaves, on the grasses there. Now mostly I am sticking to the more intimate details of these landscape shots, and got a really nice solar flare right here. Anyway, like down here, this flower there, I've got one of it shooting in the back. And like I said, I'm looking for those intimate shots, but I really wouldn't mind finding a nice place to do a panoramic very low to the ground. I'm sure there's going to be that shot somewhere, and the pano is not going to be with a wide angle lens. I've only brought one lens with me, and that's the 70 to 200, so I'll shoot it at 70 millimeters, and then we'll stitch them together. But I think that would make a nice shot. You can see back on this side, see if I can adjust it just a tad. I've got really nice brown hardwood that would make a good shot, and I'm keeping my eyes on that for the light that's coming through, less on the grasses. And then on this side, I am working more for that backlit grass that I was telling you about earlier. But I do have a couple of shots I really like in here so far, and I'm not even partially the way through. So just keep shooting. I'll let you know what I find. We've got this flower field out here in the middle, and so what I've come out to do, I'm actually going to take a panoramic here. It's going to be either 3 or 4 shots stitched together, but basically I'm shooting from this tree over to this tree with the stump there, kind of the centerpiece of it. And there's a little bit of wind that's blowing, so I'm having to quicken the shutter up. I'm actually shooting ISO 3200 at 1/400th of a second at f8. I didn't want to narrow the depth of field down too far. Shooting in about 100 millimeters, and I've got the timer set to reduce camera shake, and I've also taken off the vibration control as it's not needed in this. But the only thing left to do is snap, wait for the timer to release, and that's the shot.